Welcome to the presentation Digitalizing Seafarers Document. First of all, let me talk about MarineBiz TV. MarineBiz TV is the world's first 24-hour global maritime satellite channel dedicated to the maritime-related industry. This channel is supported by more than 200 maritime organizations, and we started in 2007. The project got launched. Now we are using the satellite Upstart 2R, and same time we are broadcasting this through the internet also. Both through the satellite and both through the internet, you can have this channel available anywhere in the world. Right now, our web TV viewership is last year it was more than 9 million. So it is maybe 100 times more than the next net-based media in the maritime industry. Actually, what is the difference of digitalizing? Something is right in front of you. For example, this particular presentation is now getting digitalized. The program is now captured in the camera. Within 1 week or 2 weeks, this will be telecasted worldwide. That means instead of limiting a presentation within the four walls here, this is going to be watched by thousands of people from 194 countries. This is the advantage of digitalizing something, basically. MarineBiz TV project, we started initially, the project was designed like P25. It's a Project 25. It was a non-profit making venture basically. Since it was supported by more than 200 organizations, we were not supposed to make it commercial. Now the research project got completed, 25 concepts and 25 products. That is P25. It got completed, and MarineBiz TV was one of the concepts. It is now, the channel is having more than 6,000 hours of content. So lot of, I don't know how many of you are aware about this venture. Now shortly this will be launched commercially. There were so many research happened in this project, and basically many products, I told you 25 products got completed under the R&D division. One of the product was Maritime Visual Directory. Anything and everything, your visual contents is available in this visual directory. It can be used for any kind of promotions. In the next coming decade, the paper, the print media is going to vanish. You need to access everything digitally. So this is the basic step towards that. So entire maritime information will be available in the Maritime Visual Directory. Now coming to the International Maritime Club. This was the biggest initiative taken by MarineBiz TV. It was really a hectic task. So far 205 organizations joined under IMC. Right now more than 100,000 decision makers, they are the associate members in this IMC. They are the real pillars for the entire channel and the entire research work. They are the viewers also for the channel. Now coming to the DigiShip. This is a totally new concept. I'm just giving an examples of the various digitalizing products from MarineBiz TV. Instead of going for the print specification, you can have a video specification of any ship. In the DigiShip concept, we are capturing the entire ship in a video format. So if you are looking for the specification of a ship, you can just go there, you can have a walkthrough through the entire ship. Everything is available, so there will be a separate directory for that one. You can access, so it helps everyone, including the brokers. Even before you join some ship, if you want to see the ship, go there and have the look of the ship. Now coming to the Maritime Press Box. This is another venture for the media promotions. Whatever your company or your product promotions you want to do, if you are launching something, new product or new event or something, you can release everything through this Maritime Press Box. Now the virtual exhibition. This is the most creative work we have done so far. This is a virtual exhibition stall. You might have gone to the exhibition stall downstairs, but in this concept, you can, it is a 365 days exhibition. You are looking for a generator manufacturer. Just go there, search. Automatic stall will be created with all the generator manufacturers. You can have a walkthrough. You can get the digital brochures. You can communicate with them. It's the next generation exhibitions. You don't need to travel to Brazil or America to attend an exhibition. It is right in front of your desk. You can access it, and also most of the exhibitions are attended only by the company's chief executives, but the real technical people, they never get a chance to attend exhibitions. But this will solve the entire issues. The technical peoples, instead of wasting money for travel and other things, they can access this one. So also if you want to exhibit something, it is very easy to upload also in this virtual exhibition store. Now the video dossier. This is the next generation CVs. Instead of a 2D format, you are going to have video format. The person, you can make a video presentation, your presentation, everything, you can upload it under video dossier. That means your personality will be immediately tested. Once the employer watch this video dossier for 2 minutes, he knows how good is the communication skill, how the personality, how is it, how smart the guy is, everything is there. So this is the next generation CVs. Now the interactive DVD. For example, any events covered by MarineBiz TV will be released in a video interactive DVD format. You can select one by one, all the details are there, and it will be circulated by the equipment dealers. Normally equipment dealers are sponsored these DVDs because they want to make sure these DVDs are circulated to their targeted clients. So that is another one. Now regarding the maritime industry, these basic things you are all aware about it. Fortunately or unfortunately, our industry, we are the largest technical manpower using industry, but unfortunately there is no single platform where the entire industry is joined together. But MarineBiz TV is trying to make a platform where everyone in the industry, whether it is shipping industry or offshore industry, yachting industry, fishing industry, whatever it is, we are trying to club everyone under one roof. Also for running a vessel, whether it is a commercial vessel or research vessel or passenger vessel, whatever it is, basically the operating criteria is almost same. But unfortunately, what happens is every year we are coming up with the new technologies. We are introducing new rules for the safety of operations. But what happens? End of the day, maybe you are having a BMW, the latest series, or Mercedes-Benz. But if you are using a wrong person as a driver, maybe somebody is coming with an international license without knowing the local rules, without knowing the operation of BMW. Maybe he was using Toyota before. Now all of a sudden he is using BMW. So he can create a lot of problems in the traffic. He can create a lot of damage for the vessel. So these things are nowadays keep on repeating in our industry. We are introducing the latest technology, but at the end of the day, what happens is the manning is controlled by maybe a single person sitting in the ship manager's office. He gets maybe 24 hours to arrange the entire crew for a ship. He doesn't get time to select the right person to run the right ship. So this is the very purpose of thinking about going for the digitalizing CDC concept. If you are spending something for the right training, and if you are getting the right person to operate your vessel, the savings will be many folds than what you are spending for the training. But end of the day, somebody is getting trained, but he should be used for the right vessels. Coming to the digital world, next decade, everything will be digitized. I don't think maybe after 10 years, maybe when you conduct a presentation here, anyone will be coming here with a piece of paper. Everything will be in the digital format. Already the digitalization is more effective in the aviation industry. If they can do it in a better way, why can't the shipping industry can follow the same thing? Now coming to the CDC part. Right now CDC, it is in a print format. Actually it is much more powerful than our normal passports. It's an international passport. You can have a 50% discount on your flight charges. You can enter most of the countries without a visa. So many features are there. But unfortunately, nowadays CDCs are issued in a very wrong way. Some are very genuine, some are going to the wrong hands. Ultimately, everything is mixed together and it is being used in the industry. This is leading to a lot of severe problems. That's why now we have come up with the right solution for this. Now the present scenario is this, but as I said, the malpractices are happening everywhere. Normally, in the present system, if it is properly managed, From the Maritime Institute, it is going to the issuing authority, the ship management agents, and shipping companies. What I am saying is about the officer certified people, not for the lower grade technicians or something. But thing is, many issuing authorities, they are not at all following all these procedures. If you pay the money within 3 days or 4 days, you will have the CDC in your hand. This is the system. So we need to have a centralized monitoring system to avoid this kind of unfortunate things happening in issuing the CDCs. So we have developed a server with the software, everything. So from the institute, the entire data entry is happening here. From the regulatory bodies, the verification process is going on. Shipping companies can also verify. The manning agents also can, if I don't know whether in future manning agents will be there once it is there, because the ship owners, they can directly get the right persons within few minutes. Everything is listed in the server. The people who sail before in the sister vessels, that means he is concerned with the entire technical specification of the ship. So if I am looking for the right man for my ship, first of all I will select whether anyone sailed before in the same ship is available. If it is not there, anyone sailed in the sister vessels are available, then only I will go for another thing. So the well experienced people you are getting, once the server is in full swing, the work record of the entire person is there, work record of the companies are there, the certifying authorities details, the institutes details, their reputation, everything is controlled from a single point. If I am the end user, normally the ship owners or shipping companies, the operating companies will be the end user. So they will be paying for it. The institute, they don't need to pay anything. Regulatory bodies, they don't pay. End user may be, who is the end user? Who is going to save money by avoiding the manning agents and other things? They may pay maybe, for example, $1,000 per ship only they have to pay instead of spending much more than what they are spending these days. But the advantage is they will get the right people to run their vessels. And this is another input-output control. So the central server will be controlled from our office. If you have any cloud system in another area, you can use your server, but it will be linked to our system. Same time, the most advantage is whatever facilities that digitalization we have done in other sectors, it will be linked to this one. So for example, you are selecting a person. If you want to, not only his certificate is verified, if you are looking for his video dossier, it is available there. If you are looking for a ship, it's digital format, we already, DigiShip is there that you can verify. So whatever I have shown earlier, those things are all linked to our server. So that is the advantage. Ultimately, if it is linked to MarineBiz TV, all the facilities, additional facilities, all the research work, whatever we have done, it is there, that is also can be accessed without any extra cost. And major improvements, all this verification, time factor, enhanced service, fake documentation, systematic process, all these things we have considered. Now, how can this digitalization help? I have already explained the advantages. Now, suppose receiving the certificate from the institute, CDC's issuing authority raises a concern on its authenticity. The process followed will be cross-verification by institutes, getting back to CDC issuing authority. The problems, case 1, if the certificate is found to be original, valuable time for the seafarers to join the ship will be wasted while verifying is being done. Case 2, if fraud is found, the time spent of identifying the fraud case will make delay in the chance of next eligible person. But once you are following the digitalizing system, within minutes you can avoid all these things. Advantage of digitalization, the quality analysis of institutes, monitoring of flag state procedure on CDC issue, better maintenance of ships by utilizing manpower from same or sister vessels, better verification of certificates and work records, time saving on selecting the best manpower availability, then better legal and insurance support, accidents due to lack of availability of good manpower would be reduced, better support for ISPS and port verification, centralized monitoring system to prevent duplication of documents. IMO would be able to easily access every minute details of seafarer through this process. End of the day, if we want to implement this in another couple of years, it should come from the top. So to convince the IMO, we need to have the solid recommendation from the maritime industry. That is why we need the support of IMC. IMC is already an organization with more than 200 major organizations in the industry. So if we can forward this concept to IMO with all the software solutions, everything, hopefully this will be implemented in another couple of years. Thank you.
Any question or comments? The natural extension of this would be your competency and your training record. You got your key documents, your certificate 1, certificate 2. You got those certificates of competency there, but the natural extension of that would be to then have all the training records and the competency and proficiencies of the individuals on the system as well.
Yeah.
In the offshore industry, for example, the oil companies are now asking for the individual competency of the crew.
Yeah.
They want to know the master has done 10 rig moves or the chief engineer has done 20 rig moves. That's what they're asking for.
Yeah, no, the advantage of digitalization is very simple. Once in the software, it is very easy to, suppose a new rule is coming, it is very easy to implement this into the server. Okay, that rule requirement we can implement in the server. So naturally everyone has to follow it. Now the thing is whether we are following digitalization or not, this new rule requirement we need to follow in somehow. But digitalization once happens, it is easy to inform everyone. Suppose a new rule is coming. Most of the people, they are not aware about the new rule requirements, but once it is there, because everyone is there in the network, this rule requirement today, if it is coming, next day within 24 hours, everyone in the industry who is the end user, he is getting the information. This is the new rule requirement.
So for dynamic acquisition certificates, would you expect the Nautical Institute to come and do the QA process on this system?
No, actually our role is not to monitor all this. No, our system is to run the server. But the monitoring authorities, IMO should make a system who should monitor this one, everything. That is coming in the next phase only. We have now developed a server with a software, how to link everyone together. Now we are handing over to the industry, so IMC will decide who should be there in the committee to monitor all these things, everything. So as per the instruction of the IMC, we will do the monitoring system.
So you're considering using just one software instead of integrating multiple ones?
Yeah, single point. It's a single point monitoring system. Whatever existing systems are there, we can link everything to this one. Because right now there is no solution. If you are getting a person's CV, you have no idea whether it is genuine or not. But once you are checking with the system, you know that it is a genuine case because the issuing authority is already verified, the institute is already verified, the quality analysis, everything is done. So there will be a quality checkpoint in everywhere. Whether it is an issuing authority, whether it's an institute, there will be a monitoring system everywhere that IMC will decide what is the international standard for verification and other things. We are just giving this, we have developed this one, we are now handing over the software and server, everything to the IMC. So I let IMC decide.
So who uploads like CVs and video dossier and all that?
Yeah, that's I have already shown. Institutes, when a student is passing out, because the institute is already qualified. So the institute is uploading this one. Otherwise, the issuing authority, if CDC is issued by a particular flag state, they are already audited. So they are uploading their information. So everything is coming to, because we are just reaching the seaman only through the institute or only through the issuing authority.
Yeah, but that can happen for the people who are going to go through the institute.
Yeah.
But what happens to the whole lot who are already there, and who is going to upload their particulars into this? You know, I'm concerned with what you have got now.
Yeah.
Future, what is coming, and you have
Yeah.
the system, that's quite easy because the instructions are there to the institute's fine. But the people who are already there now, industry or outside the industry, how do they get in so that you get the big picture?
No, it is not a big issue because right now the entry point, there is one gate to the server through the institute. So whoever not studied there or already passed out or something, they can go to the institute. There are qualified people there. They can they may charge something to certify them to include in the system. Because we cannot open so many gates to this one. We need to have a control, because tomorrow an institute is making a bad recommendation or something, the institute should be blacklisted. If you open so many gates, there won't be any control. Anyway, he has to go there for the, so many certificates are there, SCCW certificates are there. So he needs to go there to attend it. So his capability can be assessed by the institute. It's not a big deal to assess somebody's capability. For an experienced person, it will take maybe 1 or 2 days only, maximum.
Two quick questions.
Yeah.
The first, the privacy laws in every source country are different. So how will the system ensure compliance with the privacy laws around data in each of the different countries that will use it? Because without being able to solve that, nobody will be able to put
And
that
actually, it depends on the who is uploading. He can decide. There is a checkpoint whether this should be open to the public, this should be open to the companies, these things should be private. So all those things, if I am entering my data, I have the right to close the areas which I don't want to disclose to the other things. Maybe my information, my personal information, I want to show only to the ship owner. So just click those things. But only thing is the centralized monitoring, IMC will have the authority to monitor everything.
Okay. And the second thing, what happens, I mean, the data is owned by the people that put it in there, but with the recent mega upload cases, the authorities have frozen the databases and the data belonging to each of the individuals that are put there in there. So where is the control that authorities will not freeze your servers?
This is only a basic things. What we have developed is a basic software and a server. Now this is handing over to the, because it will take another 2 years through many discussions, like this presentation, many presentation will happen, IMC committee will discuss, ultimately they will, so many recommendations will come. So we will discuss, not we, IMC will be the final authority to make changes before submitting to the IMO. Our job is just to develop the software. Whatever, if you are tomorrow IMC is saying, okay, these changes to be done, we will, because we have the software division, they will make the changes accordingly in the software. Our role is to keep the confidentiality of the entire thing, the server maintenance, data management. That is our job. Okay? Thank you very much.